Hello and welcome to YouTube channel Technology Enthusiasm, where you get videos related to career tips, latest job alerts, and technology.
In this video, we are going to make a password generator application with Python programming language.
So without any delay, let's begin. But before we move forward, if you are new to this channel, subscribe the channel now so that you never miss any video on career tips, job alerts, and latest technology.
So at the beginning, we will import some necessary modules. So we are going to import random as R. So next what we will do is we will write a function which will generate password on calling it. So let us give the name of the function as generate password. So this function is going to accept the parameter length, and we are going to give the default value of the length as 8. So by length, what we mean is the length of the password. So the user, when he or she calls the function, he can pass the length of the password which he wants to generate. So the idea to generate password is that we will have 2 uppercase characters, 2 lowercase characters, 2 special characters, and the remaining will be digits. So what we will do is we will make a variable upper, and in this variable we will store the 2 uppercase characters. So in order to generate any random uppercase character, what we will do is we will get the random ASCII value of upper characters. In Python, we can know the ASCII value of any character by using the function odd. So let us see the ASCII values of capital A and capital Z. So we want any random number or random integer in the range 65 to 90. Similarly, let us see the ASCII value of the lowercase characters. So now let us move to our program. So using the randint function from the random module, what we can do is we can generate any random integer. So we want to generate a random integer in the range 65 to 90. So after generating this random integer, what we will do is we will use the chr function, which is the built-in function of Python. This will convert the integer into its ASCII character. Similarly, when we want 2 uppercase characters, what we can do is we can just simply copy this and paste it over here so that we can get 2 uppercase characters. Similarly, what we will do is for lowercase characters also, we will just copy this and let's modify the range. So this time we want any random integer in the range 97 to 122. Now what we will do is we will create a list of special characters that we want in our password. You can add more special characters in this list according to your choice. So now what we will do is we will use the choice function from the random module to get any random item from this list. So again, we want 2 special characters in our password. So we will just copy this again. And now what has happened is we have got 2 uppercase, 2 lowercase, and 2 special characters in our password. So the remaining characters should be digits, and for that we will generate 10-digit random integers, assuming that our password is not going to be more than the length 16. So we will get a 10-digit random integer from the randint function. Now what we will do is we will convert this to a string and we will slice it. So we want a string of length which should be length minus 6. So see, what is going to happen is we are going to have two uppercase characters, two lowercase characters, and two special characters in our password. So the remaining should be the digits. So see, suppose the length is 8. So 8 minus 6 will be 2, and we will want 2 digits in our password. Similarly, suppose the length is 14. So 14 minus 6, 8. So we will want 8 digits in our password. So now our task is to concatenate all these characters and shuffle them. Let's make a variable password list. And here what we will do is we will concatenate upper with the variable lower, and similarly we will concatenate special character and digit. And what we would like to do is we will convert this to a list. So when we convert this to a list, what will happen is each and every character of the string will become an element of the list. So suppose, for example, the password is suppose PPOI and star 89. Suppose this is the password. So we will get a list in which every character of the string will be an element of the list. So this is the type of list which we will get. Now what we will do is we will use the shuffle function from the random module, and this will randomly change the indexes of all the items in this list password list. So we will have to pass the password list as an argument to this function. So now what we will do is we will use the join method to store the elements of this list into a string. So let us name the string as password. So as you can notice, there is no space inside the inverted quotes. That means we want to join the elements of the list without any space. Now what we can do is we can just simply return this password. So let us call the function now, and let us print this. So we can see this is the password generated this time. What we can do is we can close this and let's generate a password of length 16. So we can see this is the password generated for us. So now the next task will be to make a GUI of this application. So for that what we will do is we will import from Kinter, we will import everything. So from Kinter library we want to import everything, and that's why we have used the star, which means we want to import everything from the Kinter library. So we will first of all comment this, and what we will like to do is we will like to make a window. So let us give the title to this application, and we will say password generator. Let us give a particular dimension to this application. So let us see a demonstration of this application. So this is somewhat how this application is going to look. So what we would like to do is we would like to make 4 rows, as we are going to place some labels and entries and buttons in our application. So let us make 4 rows, or you can say we will have to make an object of class frame so that we can get a row in our application. We will simply copy this 4 times, 3 times in fact. If you have any doubts, please do not forget to write that in the comment section, and I will try to solve your doubts as soon as possible. Please note that these frames are inside the window object, and this label will be inside the row 1 object. So the text will be welcome to the password generator application, and we would like to set the font as caliber. The size can be 20 and the text can be bold. Similarly, we will use a pack method to place this inside the button row 1 frame or row. What we would like to do is we would like to set the fill parameter to both, and we would want the expand parameter to be true. Similarly, we can copy this and paste to every pack method so that it completely fills the space. So in the next button row, what we would like to do is we will want to place a label. So I'm just simply copying this, and the text will be something different, which will be please enter the length of the password. So at this point I would like it to go to the next line, which we will see very soon, and I would want this to be on the left side. And similarly, we will have an entry object. So we will make an object of class entry, and this object will be inside b row 2. Here also it should be b row 2, and we would like to copy this, and the side should be right, and let us just remove these. So let us just run this and see how our application looks. So let us add a button. So let us add a button object in b row 3 or frame. The text should be generate password, and we can change the color. For example, I would want it to be navy, and for the command parameter we would like to have a lambda function which will accept nothing, but it will in turn call the generate password function. And what we will do is we will have to pass the value for length, and that value is going to be stored in the entry. So using the get method, we can get whatever has been stored in the entry, and the get method will return the input in the form of str or string data type. So we would want to convert this to an integer, and instead of returning the password, we will print it at present. So if we run this, so let us try to generate a password of length 9, and if we click the generate password button, we can see this is what is generated, or the password is generated, which is this. So similarly, again, if we try to generate password which is of length 12, so you can see this is the password which is generated. So now our motive will be to generate the password on this application at the bottom. So for that we will have to add another label. So we would also want to change the dimensions of this application. I think 750 should be enough. So by default we would like to have 8 in the entry. So we can insert from index 0, we would like to insert 8, so that the entry is not blank, it is always having 8, and if the user wants, he can change it. And we can also change the text colors of these labels as well. For example, let's keep it red, and let's keep this label text as green. So in button row 4, we would like to place another label. We can name this label as label 2, and here we can name it as label 3. And let's just copy this, and in the beginning it should display something like press button to generate password. So we should change this to label 3, and what will happen is when we should click this button, it should change the text of this label and set this with the new password. So let's just go to the generate password function, and we won't print the password now. What we will do is we will use the configure method, and we will change the text to the password generated is, and we will concatenate the password. So let's run this application to see how it works. So we can see by default it's 8 in the entry. So if we click the generate password button, we can see the password generated is this, and let's change the length of the password to suppose 15. So if we click the generate password button, we can see the password generated is something like this. If you like this video, please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you are new to this channel, please do not forget to subscribe the channel so that you never miss any video on technology and career advice. If you have any suggestions for this application, please write that in the comment section, and I will try to include those suggestions in part 2 of this password generator tutorial. If you have any doubts, do not forget to write that in the comment section. In the description of this video, you will find the link to the playlist where you will find more interesting videos like this, in which I have solved more problems using Python programming language. You can also visit the channel page, whose link will be present in the description of this video. You can find more interesting videos related to your career and technology. By now you may be getting some related videos on your screen. Do not forget to watch them. You will definitely find them interesting. Thank you for watching the video till the end. Goodbye as of now. We will meet in some other videos in future.